Hello, and welcome. Take a deep breath, relax your mind, and get ready to listen. This is your English listening practice. Speak slowly in your mind and try to understand every word. Let's begin. Today, I want to tell you about my first office meeting with my team. It was my third day at a new job. I had joined as a senior manager. Now, I was leading my own team. About 20 people were working with me. This meeting was important. It was our first meeting together. That morning, I arrived early. I like to prepare before a meeting. I opened my laptop, checked my notes, and reviewed the agenda. I wanted everything to be clear and organized. At 10 a.m., I walked into conference room B. The room was ready. The chairs were arranged neatly. The screen was on. Some team members were already there. Others joined one by one. Soon, all 20 members were present. I stood at the front of the room and smiled. "Good morning, everyone," I said. "Good morning, Sarah," they replied. I felt the energy in the room. It was calm, focused, and ready. "Let's begin," I said. I looked at the screen and started the meeting. Today, we will talk about our weekly agenda, project progress, weekly reports, and upcoming work. I spoke slowly and clearly. I wanted everyone to follow easily. First, let's review our weekly agenda, I continued. I showed a simple plan on the screen. Tasks were divided by days. Each task had a clear goal. I explained each point one by one. Some people nodded. Some wrote notes. Then I moved to the next part. Now, let's talk about project progress. I called each team member one by one. "Ruby, can you share your update?" She stood up slightly and spoke. She explained her project, the work completed, and the next steps. "Good," I said. "Thank you." Then I called the next person. Each team member shared their progress. Some gave short updates. Some explained more details. I listened carefully to each person. After that, I said, "Let's look at our weekly reports." I displayed a summary on the screen. Charts and numbers showed the team's performance. "This week, we completed most of our tasks on time," I said. "That is a good result." I paused for a moment. "Next week, we will focus on improving quality and speed." Everyone looked at the screen. The data was clear and simple. Then I moved forward. Now, let's discuss near-future work. I explained the upcoming projects. Some tasks were new. Some were extensions of current work. I divided the work into smaller parts. This made it easier to manage. Next, we will assign tasks, I said. I called out names and assigned responsibilities. Adam, you will handle client communication. Monica, you will manage the design updates. Rachel, you will support the technical side. Each person listened carefully. They noted their responsibilities. I made sure the workload was balanced. Then I said, we will also have a training session this week. I looked around the room. This training will help us improve our skills. It will focus on communication, tools, and teamwork. Some team members looked interested. Training is always a good opportunity to grow. After that, I moved to an important part. Now, let's talk about problems and solutions. I paused and looked at the team. If anyone is facing challenges, this is the time to share. For a moment, the room was quiet. Then one team member raised his hand. He explained a small issue in his project. I listened carefully. "Thank you for sharing," I said. Then I asked, "Does anyone have a suggestion?" Another team member shared an idea. It was simple and practical. "Yes, that's a good solution," I said. "Let's try that." I wrote it down. More people began to share. Some talked about time management, some talked about communication. For each problem, we discussed a solution. The room became more active. People were sharing ideas and helping each other. This was exactly what I wanted. A team that works together, a team that supports each other. After the discussion, I looked at the time. "We are almost done," I said. I quickly reviewed the key points. Weekly agenda is clear, projects are on track, tasks are assigned, training is scheduled, and solutions are in place. I smiled. "Good work, everyone." I added one more thing. Let's stay focused, communicate clearly, and support each other. The team nodded. "Any final questions?" I asked. There were no questions. Everything was clear. "All right," I said. "Thank you, everyone." The meeting ended. People stood up and started leaving the room. Some stayed back for short discussions. I closed my laptop and took my notes. As I walked out, I felt satisfied. The meeting was smooth, clear, and productive. Back at my desk, I reviewed everything again. A good meeting creates direction. It brings clarity. It builds teamwork. That day was a strong beginning. Leading a team is not just about giving instructions. It is about guiding, listening, and working together. Now, take a moment. Imagine you are leading a meeting. What would you say? How would you guide your team? Try to answer in your mind, in English. Thank you for listening. Keep practicing every day. You are improving, step by step. See you in the next episode.